Good evening, everybody. My name is Jason LaViolet, coming at you from our Test and Tune room here at Leadfoot Racing Entertainment, your #1 provider of sprint car motion simulators. And as promised, we are rolling out our first ever future outlook video to give you an idea of where we've been, where we're at currently, and where we're headed to in the future. So let's get right into it. So I've put together about 3 main topics that I'd like to cover today to give you just a sense and idea, like I said, of where we're at, where we've been, and where we're going. So those 3 topics today that we're going to cover is how past choices shape future results here. Boosting competitiveness would be number 2, and services. And number 3 is innovative new products that we're going to be offering to up our game with our sprint car motion simulators. So let's get into our first topic here, how past choices shape future results here. And I'd like to break that down into 3 different subheadings contained under our main heading. And number 1 is design, 2 is transformative developments, and 3 is production and advancement. So for the design portion of it, our sprint car motion simulator base is constructed from strong steel tubing, because all of our simulators here that you see before you are built around a real sprint car chassis. In short, sprint car chassis are built strong, so we need to have a base that is built strong as well. And this chassis that you see before you is positioned on the base to align closely with the center of gravity. And this helps prolong the lifespan of motion generating components and U-joints by minimizing wear and excessive torque. Thereby, this is going to decrease the repair and replacement needs that you'll have. And we have some forethought into this design. We need to maintain the center of gravity, which is critical. And we can do this by adjusting this chassis on the base. And how do we do that? So we adjust the center of gravity by simply removing some fasteners and sliding the entire chassis forward or backward on the base, and then just reinstall those same fasteners that were previously removed. This flexibility is crucial, as adding components such as monitors can alter weight distribution, potentially disrupting the ideal center of gravity. So the more wear and tear that you're going to be placing on the equipment is going to be because your center of gravity isn't where it should be. So we've given you a way to overcome that. We want you to be enjoying this product for many years to come. All right, and big thing here is transformative developments. We're always looking to innovate and look at new ways and better ways of doing things. So one way we've chosen to do that is by eliminating motor-driven motion in all of our simulators. So the reason for this is simple. Motor systems demand nearly 3 times the electrical components, resulting in lengthy wiring processes and complex microprocessor programming. Additionally, the mechanical gearboxes often introduce a level of play which can detract from the immersive experience by causing jerky or inaccurate movements. And you may be wondering to yourself and asking, so if motors are off the table for generating motion, what's the alternative? Well, I'm glad you asked, because this brings us into an exciting discussion about production advancement. At Leadfoot Racing Entertainment, our dedication to excellence in production advancement is evident as we transition from motor-driven to actuator-driven motion in all of our current and future simulators. This shift brings numerous advantages for both our company and our valued customers such as yourselves. Actuators operate at greater speeds, ensuring enhanced accuracy and easier installation while maintaining high efficiency without excessive costs or maintenance demands. The latest advancements in electric actuation technology enable superior motion control, particularly in our sprint car motion simulators, meeting the rigorous demands imposed on them. And now we are moving on to our second topic today, which is boosting competitiveness. And we are accomplishing this in various means and methods. And I have listed just a handful of examples here that give you an idea of what we're doing to accomplish this. So here at Leadfoot Racing Entertainment, we're going to continue, like we always have, to focus highly on giving you the best racing experience possible. While other companies charge high prices, we work hard to make our top quality sprint car motion simulators available to more people. Our powerful linear actuators are built for accuracy and quickness, and this is going to give you the edge and perform at your best on the track. Plus, I am happy to announce that we are now offering a premier personalized delivery service. So your new simulator will arrive to your location safely and is race ready, allowing you to hit the track as soon as possible. Please do be aware that this service is only available to those that are in a 600-mile radius of Wisconsin, as Wisconsin is our base of operations. Excuse me. We here at Leadfoot Racing Entertainment believe that when you succeed, we succeed as well. By focusing on your needs and offering top-notch solutions, we are not just a supplier, but we are your partner in racing. So join us today in changing the way that you compete and see how our customer-focused approach is there for you long after the sale has been complete. So now, let's go ahead and compare our advantages against 3 other companies, and I believe and I think that you'll be convinced like we are that Leadfoot Racing Entertainment is going to be your best choice for motion simulators. But before we get into looking at those companies, I did evaluate them on 3 different factors, whether they have motion, what's included, and the price point. 3 very important things to consider when you're looking at getting yourself into a motion simulator. I also took their entry-level model and looked at the specs, and then I took their top-of-the-line model and looked at the specs for that. And in the end, we're going to go ahead and match them up to see how we have the clear competitive advantage. All right, our first competitor is SimCraft. So how does our competitive advantage stack up against SimCraft? This is the SimCraft Grid 1. First thing, only one dimension of freedom. This is the Builder Edition, which is the cheapest edition of their entry level. And this Builder Edition is going to set you back a whopping $24,900. But hey, it gets better, right? It's got to get better. This is the SimCraft Apex GT. Well, at least now we have 3 dimensions of freedom. And again, this is the Builder Edition, which is a chassis only, just like the Grid 1, which means that you're going to have to go ahead and supply your own seat, wheel, pedals, monitor via headset, or gaming desktop. And this is the Builder Edition. So this is their cheapest premier model that they're going to offer for a staggering $79,900. And I didn't even want to put the price of their premier version of the Apex GT, which is obscene to me. So, although this is 3 dimensions of freedom, you may be wondering what the big deal is with 3 dimensions of freedom. Honestly, it's not a big deal. Your 2 dimensions of freedom are going to be pitch and roll. All the 3rd dimension of freedom does is add traction loss. So that's all that it adds. So this is pretty crazy. I don't know about you, but I think I can do a lot more with $79,000 than buy a simulator. Insane. All right, so enough of SimCraft. Let's get into probably a more recognizable name, which is Track Racer. This is the Track Racer Spec 1 TR8 Pro. First thing I notice, no motion whatsoever. For me, no motion means no bueno, not for this guy. So we're going to go ahead and pass on this one easily. All right, this is, however, considered turnkey. So you don't need to pay anything extra for your seat, pedals, and all that. It's already included. And this is going to set you back $10,499. So the big elephant in the room, so to speak, is absolutely no motion. All right, and now their top model in the Spec series is the Spec TR or the Spec 4 TR160. So again, no motion whatsoever. Like I said, no motion, no bueno, not for me. This is also considered turnkey, and this is going to pinch your budget by $23,699. But hey, just wait. The company is there for you. You can add motion to Dimensions of Freedom, that is, by paying an additional $4,350. So by the time it's all said and done, you're almost talking about $30,000 just to get into this. And last in our list is motion systems. You may be looking at the picture and saying, what is that, a weight scale that you find in an industrial manufacturing company? That's kind of what I thought at first too. But that is not the case. This is the Motion Systems QSCH2. First thing, it is only a platform. Nothing else, a platform. However, you have 2 dimensions of freedom with this, and this is going to set you back $9,292. So the step up, well, a couple steps up. This is their top of the line in the QS series. This is the QSB20. Again, this is only a motion cockpit. You still need everything else, your seat, your wheel, your pedals, your monitor or your headset, and a gaming PC. However, one good thing about this model is at least you have 4 dimensions of freedom. But is it worth the sticker price of $17,648? And for me, that'd be a solid no. And all we have left to do is take a look at the specs from our Sprint Car Motion Simulator. So here we are, the Leadfoot Racing Entertainment Sprint Car Motion Simulator SSD2. We do offer 2 different versions of this model, which is well-equipped and turnkey. So our well-equipped version is everything you see in the picture there. You get your base, you get your body panels, you get your chassis, your seat, your Sim Magic Alpha Mini, which gives you 10 Newton meters of force feedback resistance. You have a real sprint car throttle and brake assembly. And in the top right on the dash, you have 2 momentary switches, which you can assign in-game to anything you want. Just like a real sprint car, they're usually assigned to your on-off. So the bottom switch I have assigned to ignition in iRacing, and then the top switch is the motor start. Unfortunately, they don't have built into the game yet where they push you off. So that's our option right now. But you do have those switches to work with, which is pretty cool. All right, so the turnkey version is everything you see in the photo, plus your gaming PC, a gaming monitor, or VR headset. So you have to specify which you prefer, and we'll get that out to you. So turnkey, everything you need to hit the track and go racing. It's a sweet deal. So all our simulators are fully loaded with top-of-the-line equipment and components. Everything is fabricated and assembled in the United States. And we want to get you into your very own sprint car motion simulator today. If you want to hop into a well-equipped version, our price tag on that is $8,000. If you want the upgraded version, which is our top of the line, the turnkey version, you just add $1,000 to that. And if you want to stop there, all you have invested is $9,000. If you want to go the full personalized service, you can add the delivery. If you are within 600-mile radius of Wisconsin, you just add another 1,000. So all said and done, if you get our premier offering in the personalized service, you can get into your very own sprint car motion simulator for $10,000. And I think we are very competitive, and I think we blow away the competition easily. All right, so let's move on to our third topic today, which is innovative new products here at Leadfoot Racing Entertainment. At the intersection of creativity and innovation lies our commitment to revolutionizing your experience in our one-of-a-kind sprint car motion simulators. Looking ahead, we are thrilled to introduce new products designed to enhance your racing adventure. Our future offerings will include a wing slider control for in-car adjustments to your top wing and integrating, I can speak today sometimes, and integrating real-world sprint car gauges for greater authenticity. So what does that mean? If you have ever been out on iRacing, you do have a working dash and you have the gauges that you normally see, which is your oil pressure gauge and your temperature gauge, and those react accordingly to engine conditions. And what you see in the game is going to be reflected in real life on those real sprint car gauges. And available now is a micro button to simulate tear-off removal, which is an upgrade that you have the ability to get your hands on. So that upgrade is going to be price point around $100. So very affordable, but it just adds another level of realism and immersion into your racing. So there are other solutions out there. We wanted to go with a more economical solution in my mind. I still wanted your mechanical hand, mechanical motion where you go up with your hand and you have a physical button that you touch, just like you would, reach up and grab your tear off. There is a solution that has a fabric like on a tether that you pull. It triggers a button, which triggers a tear off. And there is a more technical solution with a motion sensor. So you wave your hand up and it does the tear off. That is two solutions that we decided that we didn't want to integrate. So we decided to go with the micro button. And I think it is a very good solution that fits the need. So our long-term goal is to have a single microprocessor to manage control of the ignition switch, the motor start switch, the hydraulic brake pressure sensor, the throttle sensor, and the wing slider. And this is going to ensure a streamlined operation and continue the commitment we have to quality and innovation. And I think some quotes are pretty inspirational. I came across this quote that seemed to kind of summarize this topic pretty well from Theodore Levitt. It is, creativity is thinking up new things. Innovation is actually doing new things. So here at Leadfoot Racing Entertainment, we want to have those creative ideas and we want to bring them forward and we want to turn them into real life solutions that are going to enhance your racing experience in our sprint car motion simulators. So hopefully this has been a short and sweet video. I've taken the liberty of kind of trying to summarize things in kind of some sayings. You've heard that sometimes actions speak louder than words, but sometimes words lend credibility to those actions. So, sayings that say it all. In regards to our competitive advantage is a company's ability to perform one or more ways that competitors cannot and will not match. And that is by Philip Coulter. Good saying, fits perfectly. Because as you can see, based on our comparisons, I think that the companies that we looked at cannot and will not match our competitive advantage. So, new services are very important too. And Harvey Mackay has a great quote for that. There's a place in the world for any business that takes care of its customers after the sale. We did touch on that, didn't we? And the last is elevated performance, in other words, innovation. Fancier way of saying innovation. So the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. And I think you can agree, just as Jimmy Johnson would probably agree, that we have gone the extra mile to provide you with the best racing experience possible. So, last but not least, I have some contact information for you here. First, we have our Facebook page, and I'm sure you're watching this video on Facebook. Please do share this video and get this out to as many people as possible. We'd like to bring them into the Leadfoot Racing Entertainment community and get them started in their very own sprint car motion simulator. You can also contact me with any questions, comments, suggestions. If you have a business and you want to get involved in Leadfoot Racing Entertainment in some way, please do shoot us an email at leadfootleviolette@protonmail.com. You can also go out to our website, and the introduction to the website is kind of a story, a little bit of a story time. It just gives you a little bit of a backstory on how I came about creating this awesome product for you guys. It's a great journey and a whole lot of fun so far, and we're not done yet. So, not done yet by a long stretch. And if you want to contact me on the business line, you can go ahead and dial us here at 920-246-8658. Please leave a detailed message and I'll return your message or return your call as soon as possible. And again, I just thank you for your time. Thank you for coming out for our first ever future outlook for the business. And we look forward to working with you in the future and getting you in your very own sprint car motion simulator. Thank you very much and have a great evening, everybody.